Alright, you guys, we're back. We have some notorious underground hip-hop artists. We have Q-Boy and Deadly. Q-Boy, what's up? Deadly, how you guys doing tonight?
How you diddling?
Good, I'm diddling really well. I'm glad. What about, how you diddling, man? You diddling good?
I don't know what the hell diddling means.
Me neither, man, but it sounds cool. It sounds fresh. Those London slang words. What does that mean,
How you doing? How you diddling?
How you diddling?
Yeah,
my favorite is wanker. What's a wanker?
Wanker, tosser, masturbating. Wanker.
Oh, wanker.
But like, it doesn't necessarily just mean literally to wank, to masturbate. It means somebody who's a wanker is just somebody who's a complete prick, an idiot.
Nice. What a great way to start off the.
I know, right?
I went out with this.
You
English
said no cussing. You
wanker.
went straight in with the cussing. What's wrong with you?
Because some English folk called me a wanker one time.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Oh, that's horrible.
It is.
Alright, you guys. You're both underground hip hop artists, right? What kind of music do you guys do?
You go first, girl.
Girl. I'm in the scene, they call it gay hip hop, right?
Okay.
But I guess I'm kind of the gangster with a G-A-Y.
Oh,
yeah.
Gangster.
The gangster of the scene.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm kind of the homo thug, the hard one.
Thugged
yeah.
out.
And this is the pretty boy of the scene.
Okay.
Not just bring on. Yeah, I don't know. I'm obviously from the UK. I'm based in London. There's not that many homohop artists kind of in Europe as much as there are in America.
So what I want to know is, being from England, how'd you get into hip hop? How'd you start rapping?
Well, you know, hip hop has been around for many years now, and it transcended all countries. And when I was about 11, kind of like 1989, 1990, there was lots of acts like Salt and Pepper, De La Soul, Tribe Called Quest, Nana Cherry, and even the dance act Technotronic, which had rapping as the vocal format. Okay. And so it was really rapping and scratching and DJing, all that sort of combination of hip hop that I really got into and just loved it. And as a child, throughout my sort of teens, that's what I.
So what I found out is that you started in this industry doing acting and dancing. How is it that you went from acting and dancing, studying that, to doing music?
I've always wanted to do performance. I've always wanted to do, you know, kind of be on stage and perform. Music has always been one of my main interests, along obviously with hip hop. Acting, dancing is kind of my natural talent, the thing that I don't have to think about to do. And so it's always stuff that I've wanted to do, but I never really had the confidence to believe that I could be a rapper, despite the fact that I wanted to be a performer and I wanted to dance and I wanted to be on stage and I wanted to do music.
Multitasking.
So really, all those things put together is the job that I do now. But it wasn't until I got to about 21 that I kind of started to sort of move in the direction of actually being an out rapper and started making tracks and building my confidence up in myself. Because at the end of the day, I just thought to myself, I'm white, I'm gay, and I'm British, and then rappers are generally black, straight, and American. Right. And everything was against me, and it was never going to work. But I realised after a while that it was actually not going to work, not because what everyone else was thinking about me, but what I thought about me. And as soon as I managed to change that kind of block in my head and have a bit of self-confidence, then I managed to do a lot better and get somewhere.
Nice. So what have you been up to these days?
Busy.
I heard all over the world.
I've been pushing a song called A Deal With God, which is like an anti-bullying track.
A Deal With God?
Yeah, and it's about my experiences being bullied at school, homophobically bullied. So that's been doing really well. I got invited to the Home Office in the UK, which is like the government Home Office, to perform that song, which is great. So you perform for who, like the Queen? Well, no, not for the Queen, but for like sort of people that work in the Home Office and a few MPs and stuff, which is cool. And I'm also been making a programme about gay teens coming out at school for Channel 4 in the UK, which is kind of looking at their experiences of coming out at a young age and the problems they face when they come out of school, and really highlighting the lack of support and concern there is in the education system for gay teens, LGBTQ teens, really. So that's something I'm interested in. Been working on my album Moxie, which is nearly finished and ready to go out. So your album's coming out. Go ahead and show it. In the meantime, my Remixes Don't Count CD is out, but you can only get it if you come to one of my gigs, so make sure you get there. So where else can we find your music? I mean, of course, iTunes, my website, my MySpace site, MySpace/SuperboyQ. That's SUPA. Right. How has it helped both of you, Deadly, yourself?
That's right. You know, I got 2 of them. I got my personal one. Go to deadlyx/myspace/deadlyx, and I got a Deadly Official. Do you know about that? Official. That's right. And I got all my music on there. And you know, it just gets you more recognition. You know, the kids can see you, easy access. You know, keep up. You know where you're going. It's helped a lot.
Internet is a brilliant. I mean, it's so.
Talk about the thing you done. He's a catalyst in this because he's like one of the founders of GayHipHop.com.
Yeah, GayHipHop.com was started by DJ Mr. Makey. He created this website. He lives just outside London. He felt quite isolated because he was gay and into hip hop. He was a scratch DJ but didn't have any connection with anybody else like that. And he found there was a group of people who, obviously we all know now, all these artists or people interested in hip hop who are openly gay or bisexual, transgender, could come together and talk. And then I kind of met him just after he created this website.
Yeah. So anybody can go to the website and then spit some words, and then you guys will listen to it.
There's an audio battle as well as just plain sort of loading up your lyrics.
Nice. So an interactive type of medium. That's cool, man.
It's quite popular. I suppose the most important thing is that it builds a community. And it felt like I knew them all because we'd all created this community online over the past couple of years. And kind of got to know each other and support each other in different ways. So,
nice.
And again, when I came here, I flew in from London yesterday and saw loads of people, and some people I'd never met before. Like
quite comfortable. We're all family.
Yeah, and it's nice.
So I mean, how is that? I mean, how is that for you, having that notoriety and being like a cover model and stuff like that?
Right. Well, obviously, I work my ass off. Everything, I'm my own manager. I don't have no one supporting me, no money, no record label, no agent, nothing. I do everything.
It's just you.
So every time you see me, you basically see me because I've worked my ass to get there, or I've done something. So I feel proud when I manage to achieve things. But I feel proud, but at the same time I am quite aware of the fact that I'm a pretty white boy, and most gay magazines are full of pretty white boys, and so I kind of fit the stereotype of what they want to portray. So I'm perfect because I'm a new idea, that this whole gay rap thing for them. They're like, oh, gay hip hop, that's interesting, something new for us to write about, and he's a pretty white boy, brilliant, we can put a picture of him on the front cover. So I'm aware that although I'm successful and I manage to get covers and stuff, and I appreciate that, and I do put a lot of work in, I'm aware that other artists who work just as hard as me don't always get the same coverage.
Exactly. Where's my cover? Discriminating against the homo thugs.
It's not me though, boy. It's not. I can't help the way I look.
Okay, I heard that. Self-confidence is what we're talking about. You sound like a busy guy, man. You sound like you're all over the place. What do you do to relax? I mean, I'm sure the honeys want to know where they can hit you up.
The honeys.
Just check out any toilet cubicle. My number's usually
toilet
on the
cubicle.
door.
Nice.
Nice. Well, obviously I'm usually in London, but best place, if you want to contact me, I always message back every person that writes to me.
Every single person?
Email, yeah, or MySpace.
See, folks, he's courteous, so make sure to write to him, because he'll write you back.
I will
so,
do.
you know, you get
I
some...
will. I always do.
Do you get, like, love letters and proposals and stuff?
I get a lot of, sort of, young guys emailing me, not like...
Do their mamas know that?
But I think they're quite... At the end of the day, there's a kind of a lacking of really good gay role models. Definitely when I was younger, there were no gay role models at all. There's a few, but they're all stereotype, overtly camp, very frivolous and funny gay men. And you don't have to be like that if you're going to be gay. Do you know what I mean? Gay is about who you fancy and not necessarily how you act, and not all of us fit to that stereotype. So I think nowadays it's great to see lots of artists and new role models like ourselves in hip hop, and there's lots of gay queer punk or gay indie guys, and you know, different role models for the young gay youth to look up to and follow, because they don't have anything, and it's very difficult for them to have some sort of level of self-confidence if they have no positive role models to follow. So especially in England, boys messaging me about their problems they have at school and the bullying that they get and the experiences.
So you're like a mentor.
They're glad that somebody's out there being proud about their sexuality without having to conform to stereotypes, and just being myself, and I think that's something that they really appreciate.
So Deadly, I want to ask you a couple questions about being a gangster rapper in LA, you know what I'm saying, and still being gay. How is that for you? I mean, I know that's got to be like, you know, crazy out there, because you're the first that I've met, and I was blown away, you know. So how has it been for you, the whole experience?
I think I was kind of coming like the cue, you know, I just want to give a different image, right? to the kids, and just show there's different kind of images, because we're so like showing that same image of gay, you know, it's the white femmy boy, you know, all wishy-washy and stuff, and there ain't nothing wrong with that, you know, if that's who you are, but I just wanted to show
like that, and then you see a range.
Exactly, there's a range of us, man.
Yeah.
Most of us just blend in. Actually, you don't even know, you know. And it's not, I'm trying to keep my stuff down low or nothing. It's just, I'm just being who I am.
You are.
Exactly.
I feel it.
And there's a whole bunch of us that, you know, you wouldn't even know about. So I think it's cool to just be out there and show that like we up here doing our thing, and it gives like the young people more confidence.
So what do you guys think about that? I mean, most mainstream media right now is really upset about pirating and about the internet and about, you know, music just being shared everywhere. But the way I see it is that independent artists are coming up on that because you guys are getting more recognition. You got more people are listening to you guys because there's accessibility to your music. Is that?
I think that if somebody wants to steal your music, that's kind of, at the moment with us, it's a bit of a compliment, because we want to get our music out there and we want as many people to listen to it as possible. And I think a lot of us have lots of free downloads on our websites and stuff, as well as you can purchase on iTunes or whatever. So
my boyfriend downloaded my own songs. He's like, I downloaded your songs. I'm like, oh, that's wrong, man. Can you buy my album?
You put no food on the table, man. Yeah. So Deli, I want to ask you about your music, man. What's your music about? What are you trying to spit?
You know, I go a big range, man. Sometimes I get political. I talk about like you know, I've been molested by the police out here all the time because of my look, and so sometimes I'll talk about stuff like that. Other times I'm talking about damn, it falls back to sex a lot.
That sells. Yeah. That sells.
And I'm gonna do a song.
Sells.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna do a song with Q-Boy too.
Yeah.
For my next
We're recording it next week.
All right. So Deli, what label were you on?
You know what? My first album I put out by myself called D&D Records.
Okay.
Me and the homeboy Drastica put this out, and yeah, it was independent. And then the second one got picked up by Acronym Records.
Okay, Acronym Records. And
that was started by Matt Wobensmith, who's kind of been influential in this whole gay music scene. And then he signed me and Tory Fix to you know, to try to distribute our gay hip hop.
Okay.
Right. So you can still get both of these on you know, deadly.com, Bombastic Records.
Bombastic Records?
Yeah.
Where you guys stationed out of? You guys are local, LA?
Just, yeah, local. You know, we're just trying to push our own stuff until we can hit bigger labels, until Def Jam comes knocking. You know, sometimes you see in the straight hip-hop scene,
it's very competitive.
Yeah, it's more competitive. And I think what we've had to do since we're already on the fringe, instead of being competitive, we've had to kind of like combine forces. That's when I do that song with you. You can invite me to London.
Yeah,
and we'll perform in front of the Queen.
That's another thing. And I don't know. You want more sex? So I used to do a lot of sex when I first started on my first CD, even the women like.
You used to talk about a lot of sex.
Yeah, because basically hip hop mainstream hip hop has a hell of a lot of sex, and you watch MTV, and basically it's just these guys promoting their heterosexuality. That's what the videos are about. It's about, look at me, look how straight I am, look how masculine I am, although for some reason this idea that masculinity is about being a straight man, and it's not. Masculinity is about being a man per se. You don't have to be straight to be a man. But it's, you know, they surround themselves with all these bitches and hoes in bikinis and wearing nothing, and it's all about, look how manly and straight I am. And they just talk about sex all the time, and I just thought, well, if you're gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. And so, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So I'm your neck.
And now with the new album, Moxie, it's a lot more. I suppose it's a lot more conscious. I'm a lot more concerned about things going on in society and gay youth and supporting people. And as I said, I want to make my music for everybody, for all audiences. And when I do gigs, the people that always come up to me at the end, always the people that you wouldn't think would like hip hop. I get parents, grandmothers, an older generation, lesbian and gay men. And they all like, I never thought I would like rap. So it's about educating the mainstream that there's other hip hop out there, and they can choose and select from what they like. And if they like gangster, they like gangster. If they like more conscious stuff, then they like that. Do you know what I mean? And it's just bringing the wonder of hip hop to a big audience.
Well, what do you guys do? Like at a shelter or something?
Yeah, at a shelter for homeless gay teens.
Wicked. I mean, at the moment, I don't know what the rates are in this country, but in the UK for sure, we have a massive problem with gay teen suicide. You know, a lot of suicides that are committed by young people is because issues they have with their sexuality. A lot of unwanted teenage pregnancies, which is a massive problem in Europe, but a lot in the UK.
Europe, really? So your music, who is it geared towards? Because I mean, I heard it. It's you know, I personally like, you know, the lyrics, but it's kind of violent. You know what I'm saying? Are you trying to rile up these, you know, the youth? Or are you trying to start something?
You know what I kind of wanted to do was just like go head to head with some of these gay hip, or not gay, but the rappers that talk crap against gay people. And I felt like you had to come just as strong. And there's different ways to do it, but I think they might respect you more.
Fire with fire.
Yeah, yeah, fire with fire, and just show that we're not punks. You know, there's a whole bunch of us out there. You know, if you go to some of these bars out here in LA, there's all these homo thugs.
Yeah.
You know, gay gangster, cholo fags. I mean, they hard. You think I'm looking hard? No, I'm scared of some of these fools. First time I came out to LA, I saw these little cholo wild dudes with tattoos all holding hands, and I just tripped me out. But they out there, right? And so I felt, you know, we gotta fight fire with fire. And so that's
okay. So right now we're gonna go to your video, and then you got a 2-1 for those. So you gotta stick around for that. So why don't you go ahead and plug your video in?
Alright, this is a track from my first CD, Even Women Like Him. The songs are called Quarter Life Crisis and Bent Spittin'. I hope you enjoy it.
Worry plays and lays real heavy on my mind, and I worry if this water's ever gonna be alright. If she will ever put down her glasses of wine, if he will learn to let down a stubborn male pride, while I remain unsatisfied inside about demons. They pound at my door every night. I worry if I'm ever gonna be able to do this right. If I go wrong, will I notice or be blind? I try not to lie to anyone but me. Honesty plays host in my integrity. Standing near me, you feel new energies, accepting consequences and responsibilities. There's no key, guide, map or secret. Look at yourself for real, but don't dream it. Take these emotions now, begin to feel it. Think it, say it, do it, be it. This is my quarter life crisis, and I'm slowly finding knowledge through rhyming. Yo, it ain't about the styling, it's all about climbing up out of this hell, trying to find some faith in myself. This is my quarter life crisis, and I'm slowly finding knowledge through rhyming. Yo, it ain't about the styling, it's all about climbing up out of this hell, trying to find some faith in myself. Clearly most of my younger days, cause my memories are blurred, opaque and all phased. Sounds and smells throw me back to times I'd forgotten. Before I had credit, pubic hair was hip hopping. Childhood is all you ever knew in your life, and then you are an adult with no manual help or guide. Suddenly you hit about the age of 25, now you realise there's some experiences on your side. Life ain't easy and it works much differently. Feels like it smiles at the same time it's kicking me. Struggling real hard with debt and money management, trying to change the unchangeable factors in my environment. For so long now, I've been steady fighting. Should have been rhyming, being and not trying. Feel like we're trapped in a cage we built ourselves, and why do I smoke if it's bad for my health? This is my quarter life crisis, and I'm slowly finding knowledge through rhyming. Yo, it ain't about the styling, it's all about climbing up out of this hell, trying to find some faith in myself. This is my quarter life crisis, and I'm slowly finding knowledge through rhyming. Yo, it ain't about the styling, it's all about climbing up out of this hell, trying to find some faith in myself. This is my quarter life crisis, and I'm slowly finding knowledge through rhyming. Yo, it ain't about the styling, it's all about climbing up out of this hell, trying to find some faith in myself. This is my quarter life crisis, and I'm slowly finding knowledge through rhyming. Yo, it ain't about the styling, it's all about climbing up out of this hell, trying to find some faith in myself. Been spitting on this track so good, like you thought that I wouldn't. I take you on a trip with my lips, like you thought that I couldn't. I spit it left, I spit it right, spit it directly at you, cause I'm UK's finest, teeth are shining, gay rapper kid.
Fitting band is what he meant. All of the people, ladies and gents, party, party. All my sexy women, all my lads are feeling. Won't you stop and listen to Q's spin spin? Fitting band is what he meant. All of the people, ladies and gents, party, party. All my sexy women, all my lads are feeling. Won't you stop and listen to Q's spin spin?